Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. Thanks for hanging out with me in the fish room today. So before we get completely started with this, first of all, I want to thank all you guys out there who are offering up all your thoughts and prayers. It was deeply appreciated. A really rough time the last few days. So as the title says, it's really lonely and empty out here in the fish room. For those of you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, my dog, my baby, my wife and I's baby, who we've had for the last 14 years, Lucky, she had a heart attack the other day, completely unexpectedly. I'd come home from lunch with my two boys who work with me. I had played with her and fed her and given her some medicine that she was taking for allergies, and then we left and we got about 7 or 8 minutes down the road. My wife called me, said she had gone outside, she was barking at another dog. She got quiet, she went out there and she was laying in the grass completely unconscious. So we don't know exactly what happened, but as you can imagine, it was incredibly traumatic for us because, again, she was our baby. We just did everything with her, absolutely adored her. And on that note, I've had dogs, like dogs as in close babies, since I was at about 5th grade. I had my own Cocker Spaniel growing up during that time, and I've always had a dog ever since then. My wife is the same way, just a complete and utter just love for dogs. And previously, again, about 14 or 15 years ago, my wife and I had 2 or 3 dogs that we ended up having to put down pretty close together because they were all 15, 16 years of age. And after we had the last one put down, a lot of depression began to set into my wife and I both. And this was just a few days afterwards. And I told my wife, I said, I know this sounds upsetting to you, and I know it sounds almost like a disrespectful thing, but I think the best thing that we need to do is we need to find another puppy, because every time you go to that, you drive up to your window and you're used to seeing that dog there looking in, it's going to remind you every time, and you're going to have this emptiness. And I just kept telling her, man, if we would just get a puppy, we wouldn't forget the other dog, but it would help get past it, because we know we're going to get another dog. So just because we get it really quick after the other one, it's no disrespect or no lack of love that we had for the other animal. It's just a way to try to mend our hearts a little bit faster. And so when we lost this one, it wasn't until later on that day, it even surprised me, because the previous time, my wife kind of didn't want to do it, and we got another dog, which is the one that we just lost. And she was so thankful that we went ahead and got the puppy. So when we lost Lucky the other day, later on during the day, I already saw her on the internet, and she was beginning to look for other dogs, which was really made me feel good, because she remembered how healing that was before. So it was great to see her begin to look for another dog, because my baby, she spent time out here with me in the fish room all the time and would scratch on the tanks when she would see the fish swim by. And so again, just incredibly empty feeling out here without her. And here she is. This is our brand new baby. This is Zoe. She is a miniature Australian Shepherd, and she doesn't like the fish room yet. You can see she's a little bit shy, but she is absolutely adorable, and she is the love of our life. And if you look into those eyes, those beautiful blue eyes, oh my goodness, you just melt. So I just wanted to introduce her to you guys so you guys could see the new addition to the fish room. Hopefully she'll end up in a bunch of videos too. So she wasn't really excited about me holding her out here, all this noise and stuff. She's only been here for 2.5 days now, so she's still getting used to things, and of course she's got those razor sharp teeth. I've got scars on my arm from where I've been playing with her, and she bites me. So she's about, we actually got her the day that she actually turned 8 weeks old. My wife and I had actually talked a few months back, because we knew our dog was getting older, but she was in really good health, so we thought this was years in advance, what type of dog that we would want next time. And my wife is like, well, I'd kind of like a pit bull. And I'm like, I love pit bulls, don't get me wrong. I know some of them are super, super sweet, but I love a lap dog. And pit bulls are so heavy that when they climb in your lap, they just crush you. So I wanted to get a dog that was a more of a lap dog. And so I had told her, I said, you know what, a dog I absolutely love are the Australian Shepherds. And so that's what we began to actually look for. Didn't realize they actually had miniature ones. So she's only gonna get about 30 pounds, which is basically the same size as what our other dog was. So as you can see, and probably know by the sound of my voice and the no longer the pain and stuff that's there, is that she has filled that emptiness that we just desperately needed. And I know this is a fish channel, but I know there's a lot of people out there that love their dogs, and they understand where I'm coming from and how all of it actually ties in together to be able to have her back out here, have her in the fish room. Not yet, because she's too scared to come out here, because again, she's only 8 weeks old right now. So we're so excited to have her here now, and it's just kind of revitalized me, because that depression hit really hard, and trying to make a video when you're doing that, or much less live streaming, was just absolutely out of the question. So I really thank Papa Shrimp for actually going home and setting up his own live stream so you guys would still have some place to go. Really appreciate that. Oh, and on another note, I've had multiple people that ask me all the time about shirts. People want shirts. And it's always kind of been a weird thing to me, because I'm always like, why would someone want a shirt with my logo on it? I don't, it's hard for me to process, because I'm just a goofball with a camera. And so as you can probably see here, I've had shirts for a while. I did them, I gave them away through Patreon at one time, but they're actually on the website for sale now. So any of you guys out there that are actually interested in wanting them before they're up for sale, there's not a lot of sizes right now, but I'm having a bunch more made, so I'll have a bunch more sizes coming in. So if there's anybody that wants those things, they're $15 on the website. All right, thank you guys so much. You guys have been awesome. Again, thank you so much for your prayers and your thoughts. It has meant the world to my family and I to be able to get through this, and I really appreciate, and I love you guys. Like, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you guys. The way you just pour your hearts out to me absolutely just means the world to me, and I thank each and every one of you. You guys got any questions or you got any comments, be sure and leave those things down below. So thanks again, guys, and God bless.